Alright, so this is where we're at. I've been cramming it out all day on this thing. Finally got the engine in, torque converter nuts put on, bell housing bolts all bolted down. Came up top, chased the threads and stuff for the AC compressor, ran the studs for that. Power steering pump, same thing, had to clean all that up, chase the threads for that. Let's see here, what else? I ran into a couple snags. The ground up there on the firewall was no good, so I had to make a new ground for it. It goes to the back of the passenger cylinder head where the coolant pass-through tube goes. They bolt together. Just polished up the crossover again, cleaned it. Ran the wiring harness, got all my PCV stuff, my electrical wires, every single connector plugged in other than the fan and the alternator. The alternator's making noise, so I'm going to have to get this guy another alternator. So more money coming out of the budget that wasn't planned for. There's a lot of new stuff that went into this that wasn't planned for that his aftermarket warranty company said they weren't paying. But luckily the customer said that he was willing to at least work with us somewhat. We're eating a lot of it. The customer's at least somewhat helping. So we're in the home stretch. Here's the alternator. It was locked up solid. I had to go, and then finally it broke free, and I was like, oh, that don't sound good. And it sounded like there's little teeny itty bitty rocks inside there or something. I said, I'm not putting that alternator back on there. I'm not putting that alternator back on there. No, thank you. Got to put the AC line on and get the AC charged. Trans dip stick, I'm going to have to try to repair the end of it. It slid out of the slot. Didn't break. What it did was it came out of the housing. I'm going to see if I can get another one, but in the meantime, I'm going to have to try to JB weld this back together. Clean it up real good, JB weld it all together. So, that is the update on the 2008 F150. Oh, I put a new, yeah, well, I said new starter. I put a new starter in it today because the old starter was junk. Little small 10 millimeter nut, I was going to screw it on, and it just, the post just turned to powder on that exciter wire. So I said, you know what, just give me a starter. So I put a starter in it today as well. So that's the update on 2008 F150, and I'm soaked. I've been sweating all day. Stuck in this engine bay, up underneath this thing, banging my head on the bottom of it, yada, yada, yada. Well, I'll catch y'all later. Be blessed.